I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. We're going to talk about some of the questions that I get as an instructor and some of the things of driving you may have questions on. Let's go ahead and get it. So I'm in the parking lot. I put on my seatbelt. If you're in the car with your instructor, number one thing, you put on your seatbelt. And then I want you to adjust your center mirror. So I'm looking straight ahead, and then I want to adjust the center mirror. So you want to reach your hands up. Don't be scared to touch the mirror. To the left, the driver's side, you have to push a button or a lever, and you want to see a little bit of the side of the car. I'm taller, but I'm kind of sitting down low. I'm like 6'4". And then I'm going to switch it to the passenger side, and I'm looking. I want to look straight ahead and just barely turn my head. So now I got my mirrors adjusted so I can see left and right and behind me. I have a push to start, so I'll put my foot on the brake and I push the button. I'm looking at my instrument panel. Obviously, I'm in park. I have 1/4 of a tank of fuel. The car is just warmed up. I'm at about 600 RPMs for idle, and I'm at 0 speed. So I'm going to put my foot on the brake. And this car does have a backup camera, but what I want you to do, and what I need you to do, is look left and right. And what I want you to do is put your right arm on the passenger seat. This turns your whole torso so you can look. So this car has a special safety device, so you're going to hear a sound, and I'm going to see if you can hear it. And it's like a little noise. And then I'm looking left, looking right, and I want to look behind me, and occasionally I peek down at the camera. Okay, and then now I'm going to turn the wheel. I teach hand over hand. There's more than one way to turn the wheel, so I get a lot of questions. What is the best way to turn the wheel? Hand over hand, there's multiple ways. There's 10 and 2, there's 9 and 3, there's 7 and 5. So it really depends on how long your arms are and how tall or short you are. If you have some questions, well, I'm on the shorter side. With shorter arms, you're going to have to move forward. But I don't want you any less than 6 or 8 inches close to the steering wheel because the ear's in the airbag. You see me looking left and right. So before I switch, I'm looking. I'm waiting for a gap. I'm looking left and right. You have to do this, or you're going to pull out and get hit by a car. So I'm coming up to the edge and I'm looking. And then I'm going to wait. There are 4 cars coming. I'm not just going to pull out in front. A lot of beginning drivers are very hesitant and unsure. So I want you to know, turn into the nearest lane, and you see me looking and turning, and then I'm reaffirming that I'm in the correct lane. Okay, so it is Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. What does this mean? People are wild. They're going to the bank. Gas is low. They're crazy. So you as a driver can't be crazy like them, because an accident is going to happen. So whenever I drive beginning drivers, I tell them some of the elements. I'm honest. People are out of control. They're hungry. They're tired. Gas is low. They're impatient. So we need to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. So this is a protected right turn. You can turn on red if it's clear, but there's so much traffic, we're going to wait for the green light. So I'm going to take you through some courses that I would normally take students on, and I'll tell you some of the advantages. Even though I have a green arrow, I'm still going to look. And then I go into the first lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. So on this type of thoroughfare, the speed limit is 50. A lot of beginners will go about 40. They'll go 10 under the limit. And that's fine, but the problem is people are in a hurry. They're impatient. They're going to tailgate us, cut us off. Level 3 road rage. So I want you to be mindful of this and just be patient as you drive. So we're at about 46 miles an hour. And I want you to scan and look ahead. There's a Maserati. And I'm scanning this intersection ahead, and I need you to do that because we don't want to run lights. And this one is really dangerous. This car does pull to the right. We had a client hit a curb in this car. I wasn't driving, another instructor had it, so the car does pull to the right. So no car is perfect, but if you notice people coming off the expressway, some are eating, some are on the phone, some like that gray truck that's whipping that turn. And when the light turns green, I need you to look left and right, because if you don't, someone's going to run a light and you're going to get hit. So I pause for a second and then I gradually get into the throttle. Just taking my time and then gradually getting up to speed. A lot of beginners tend to drift to the right and they hug the right. They're either looking at the white line or they're staring at the speedometer. If I see you looking at the white line, I'm going to tell you I need you to look ahead. Okay, let's make this practice right turn. What I need you to do is use the ball of your foot and gradually slow down and squeeze that brake and keep your foot on the brake. I'm at about 30 and I came in really slow and then I accelerate out. Now we're in a neighborhood, residential. I like to see you scan, look left and right, take your time because kids will pop up and pop out. And I like this because you get a chance to see, no pun intended, the scenery. Kids will hide between bushes. We've had instructors tell us that kids have popped out. There was almost an accident, and our instructors do a really good job. It's nice to get students off of the main road and get them into an area that is relaxing. And this is going to go to a dead end. And there are kids all around this area. So I tell my clients, take your time, reduce your speed, and be patient. Lane spacing is really important too. We use our mirrors and we look at the edge of the road. And I'm going to turn on my left indicator. And what I want to do is tell students to look into the turn. I'm going to go ahead and switch screens a second and show you what I mean. Okay, let me switch again. All right, I need you to look where you're going. So the road is going to the left. You're going to see me turn my head and look to the left. A lot of beginners don't want to turn their head. I need you to turn your head and look where you're going. And you can see the outside, but I'm going to look. It's a parking lot. So I'm looking. A lot of beginning drivers will look straight ahead. I'm going to change the screen again, so I want you to see this. If you don't look straight ahead, we're going to go off into the field. So I take students here, and I'm going to go around one time, and then I'm going to change the camera. It's a small parking lot. No, we're not doing donuts today, but it's a really small parking lot. So I need to see you look where you're going. If we're going to the left, you need to be looking to the left. If we're going to the right, you need to look to the right. So many beginners are scared to look where they're going. So now I went around one time, so I'm going to change it back. Okay, now you're going to see me looking where I'm going. I'm looking through my driver's side window, and I'm looking where I'm going. Always look. I'm going around one more circle. I'm getting dizzy for you, but I need you to look where you're going. And when you're driving, if your instructor is not in tune with you and teaching you, you won't learn this. It's going to take you more time, and I'm still looking. Look where you want the car to go. Don't look down at the steering wheel. Don't look down at your pedals. And then I turn out real easy. Okay? And then I'm going to change it again. Okay, so you're going up to the edge of the road. And then now we're going to go out. And we're staying to the right side of the road. Okay? We want to be in the middle right because pedestrians will come out. There are no sidewalks, so the rule is pedestrians need to walk against traffic. If you're a bike rider, you go with the flow of the traffic. So I'm scanning left, middle, right, keeping good space. Always scan. Always look where you want to go. once I teach you some of these elements, another question I get, what should be my speed in a residential? I want you under 25. Because if I tell you to drive 25, beginners drivers tend to go 3 to 5 over or 3 to 5 under. Like you should see the guy to the right with a little more. He's cutting. And I'm just taking my time. And I want you to take your time and really focus on good lane positioning, which is really important. And you see these burnout marks, someone has been here racing. So if I hug the right, I'm going to go off the edge of the road. So I'm just taking my time. And sorry about the bumps, the roads in certain parts of the United States. Also, there's a bar to the left. People might have had a few little drinky drinks, pop-pops, and you got to be careful. So we're a little bit under speed. I'm scanning left and right. We're already committed to the intersection. We are going through. A lot of beginners don't understand signs or pavement markings. So the speed limit here is 45. But a lot of beginners on curves go 5 over, 10 over, 7 over. So what usually happens, we're starting to pick up a lot of speed, and literally I'm going to go straight. See, I'm almost going to go off the road, but then if you don't turn the wheel, you're going to end up going off the road. So I teach students to stay in the middle. We're in North America, so our steering wheel is on the left side of the car. This is an outside view if you just popped in. We're talking about some of the general questions I would get. I'm a state certified driving instructor. So we have a double yellow. We can't pass, cannot pass. And we have a white line. This is the edge line. So I'm taking my time. And then what I normally do is educate you about pavement markings, educate you about signs. Your instructor should always be teaching you, enlightening you, giving you great information to help you be successful. That's what good instructors do. They support their students. So I'm coming up, I'm going to make a right turn. I'm going to take you on the course. This is a 4-way stop. The first car to get here is the first car to leave. I'm the last one to go. I have a complete stop. This car goes. The green car should go. Now it's my turn. I'm going to make that beautiful turn. Coming in really easy. And then I turn out. I have a lot of clients. I must go into that ditch to the right. It's really scary. So don't overturn or turn short. We'll go into the ditch. So this is a really narrow road. So on narrow roads, you want to use your mirrors to make sure you're centered and square, which I did look. And I'm going to show you this. So I check my left mirror, saw me look, I check my right mirror, and I'm checking my center mirror. I have to see eye movement. I see a truck there, and I scanned. And then I'm coming up to a stop. So a lot of students ask, how do I know when to stop? I want to see 5, and then squeeze the brake and stop behind the line. Excuse me. So I have my blinker on, I'm going to make a left. I'm going to take you on another route that I take clients on. It's curvy, the lights are spread out, the speed limit is 40 to 45, so it's a relaxing drive to teach you to have good speed control. They teach you to have good lane positioning. Your instructor should never take you on a straight road for an extended period of time because your brain won't be stimulated. And when you pay for your lessons, you're paying for really good instruction. And I always try to give you good instruction when I'm showing you this, giving you tutorials. And if you haven't already subscribed, you need to subscribe because you're going to learn so much about driving, defensive driving, crash avoidance. You will get value, and it's more than just how-to videos. So we're scanning. Thank you for the thumbs up. We're scanning. We're waiting because it's Friday. It's 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. People are crazy. We're by a liquor store. People are getting the alcohol. No shade. People drink. They party. I'm not mad. But I'm an instructor and I can't do that because I'm not going to lose my certification for something silly. So I'm scanning, see the white van, ran the light. I'm going to go up to the middle and make a left. So I'm waiting. I don't know what they're doing. See the hesitation? He waved at me. And be courteous. Now, this is a nice road. It's 45. I'm rolling into the throttle. I'm at about 40. And what am I looking for to keep me centered? I'm checking my left mirror, right mirror. A lot of beginners still drift to the right, so I'm going to drift to the right a little bit. See me going to the right, and that's what you'll do. You'll literally hug the right. And what happens, you think you're in the center of the lane, but you, the driver, is in the middle. I'm squeezing my brakes because I see brake lights, and I'm squeezing with the ball of my foot. It's like a slow, smooth stop. And you can tell how they're turning. He overturned. And then you gradually pick up. So what separates average drivers from really good drivers? They have really good speed control. They squeeze the brake with the ball of their foot. They're looking ahead. Like you should be looking around this curve ahead. Like you should see that white vehicle ahead of us. You should see that black vehicle. You should see another vehicle in a private driveway that might come out. They came out, and that's what separates some of the good drivers from average. The yellow sign means fire station. You have to know what that means. I'm squeezing my brakes. They kind of turned in real quick. And this route is very interesting. I'm going to take you to a really busy, populated downtown area and show you the pedestrian or vulnerable road users. He should be walking on the left side against traffic. If there's no sidewalks, pedestrians walk against traffic so they can be seen. I'm scanning the intersection, trying to keep my speed at about 45. Also, a lot of beginners will stare at the double yellow. So I get questions, how do I keep my car centered? Like you're walking in the hallway at school, whether it's college or high school. Many of you are college or high school or in your 30s and you got your license taken, you got to go through a course. I've done some training in that too. You know, I'll be sharing that with you in a little podcast coming up soon. I've been procrastinating and I think you'll really like the podcast so I can give you some insight into my career and a lot of things I'm seeing. So I'm turning the wheel really smooth and easy, taking my time, being patient. But a lot of beginners will steer straight and go off the road to the right. I'm looking around the curve. And then I'm lifting my foot a little bit because I do not want to tailgate. And if you tailgate and rear end someone, you will be at fault. So I'm trying to be as smooth as possible. And I lifted my foot. We lost about 5 miles an hour, which is fine. Pedestrian crossing. And you can see how bumpy it is. Do you have a lot of bad roads in your state or where you are in the world? Just type it in and let me know. Now we have some options. At the end of this road, if we make a right, we can go into a heavily populated downtown area. A lot of tight right turns, tight left turns, angle parking, stall parking. I take a lot of clients there to introduce them to heavy urban traffic, and this will make you better. If I make a left, we'll be on a main road, speed limit's 50, a lot of heavy traffic. So I'm lifting my foot because the speed limit has dropped. I see brake lights popping on. You should see the white truck pulling out in front of us, which is legal. And then I'm lifting my foot. Remember, good drivers are looking ahead. When I see a driver lifting their foot and squeezing the brake, I'm gonna clap. So we're at about 35. And I'm squeezing my brakes because I see brake lights on. Don't punch the brake. A lot of drivers punch the brake and then will stop really fast and get rear-ended. We've had a few Drivers at the cars getting rear-ended. So I always tell my students, my clients, I want to see you use the ball of your foot and squeeze the brake. And on the first drive, I get them in the vehicle. This is where their parents go Facebook Live. I start laughing. I always meet the parents, always meet the clients, family members, because you build a relationship. And then I show you where I need you to have your foot. You're pivoting your foot between the gas and brake. And this is an automatic. So I'm squeezing my brake and smoothly. You can see it's losing distance right now, and I keep it on the ball. That's a nice Bronco. I tried one of those, but I'm just a big guy. I can't fit in that thing. And I'm not gonna have that roll bar right on my head. But they're really nice. So I'm looking, and I go into the turn smooth and easy. And I'm gonna take you to this heavily populated downtown area because I want you to see this and get an idea of what your instructor should be doing. Every area is different in the world. Okay, if we're in Africa, you're doing something different. You're in Texas, you're doing, but they all have turns. So I'm squeezing my brake. I know you see that classic car over there. It's a Buick. I don't know what year it is. I like the 60s and 70s muscle cars myself. I got a Gen 1 Camaro. And if you want to see some of that, let me know. So a lot of kids and adults go too fast. We almost hit the Dairy Queen. I always say that as a joke because you're not looking ahead. And literally it's so obvious. So I try to teach vision first. And if you don't have good vision, then you're going to end up hitting the curb like one of our clients did, going over the stop line, hitting a pedestrian, which we never want to do, or hitting a car. So I'm lifting foot, and you're gonna see the area get really small and tiny. And I want you to have a good sense of what we're doing and how we're trying to teach. Like that truck came over really quick, really tight little space. So I'm squeezing my brakes, real smooth and real easy. Looks like you got a couple wheelbarrows in there. I'm not trying to have that stuff fall out on me. So I squeeze. There's more than one way for us to get to our training location. Could be expressway, could be back roads, country roads, main routes, neighborhoods. So I try to develop routes. So we're live again. We got a double. We're scanning. We have the right of way, partially controlled. So I'm looking at drivers left and right. So I'm gonna drive around here and explain. And then I'm gonna flip the screen. There's a beautiful 67 or 68 Corvette, could be a 64. I'm scanning left and right. I have proper lane positioning. That's a beautiful Corvette 427. That's where your college fun is. Okay, so I'm coming up to the edge. I see people. I don't know what they did, really wide turn. So I'm gonna have a complete stop for 3 seconds. I see the pedestrians. I'm looking at them, and he's looking at me. He waved, I waved, and I'm gonna let them walk through first. I'm being extra patient. This is where I would take you. Beautiful water shot. And I'm going up, looking, and then I turn really smooth, really easy, and then I turn out. I'm gonna take you around this area one time. This is where I would take students, clients. I'm coming up, and I gotta have a complete stop. You must be making 4 to 16 turns. These are the things that I do. Your instructor might do more or less. Have a complete stop. I look, and then I come up and I turn hand over hand. If you turn wide, you're gonna hit a car. If you turn short, you're gonna go over the curb and damage our vehicle. Both are dangerous. We're making a turn, coming up, and this is a semi-controlled intersection. The danger's to our left, and I have to stop and look. There is a black 2018 or 19 Camaro coming through. I'm gonna let them go. They come through, you'll see it. Beautiful car. And then I'm gonna turn out. Should you tip your driving instructor? Get him or her a coffee, right? Him and her a gift card. I've had students give me gift cards before. One time, guys, I got a $100 bill for Christmas. I came home, wife and I opened it up. I didn't know it was $100, man. I was like jumping up and down. Oh my God. But, you know, coffee, a gift card, a thank you. That's always nice. So I'm going to take you through the course. A lot of people drink in this little restaurant. We're not mad. And then you got to look for pedestrians. So I'm going to take you through one of these really tight little turns. And you got a lot of beginner drivers overshoot this turn. They literally go on the wrong side. And then I want to see you turn, hand over hand. You can tell the way the camera looks. And then turn out hand over hand, right? See if I can make this smaller to get more. Yeah, that's a better area. Yeah, that's better now. So, and I'm going to make a left. I'm going to show you where a woman almost opened the door on us, and we oh, there's a truck. Okay. So I'm going to take you through here, even though it's super busy, to show you what I would do. It's really small and tight here, but you need to have this type of training. So I'm scanning left and right. They're working on the roof. I'm expecting people to pop up and pop out. So I'm going to tell us stay in the middle. You're getting firsthand what I really train. So we're going slow. We're taking our time. There's a guy there. He saw me. I saw him. And I'm staying to the middle left. Like she went to Burger King. So I would take students to the end of this road, which I have. And it's really, I know it says dead end. Listen to me. That white car, a lady in this car almost opened up the door on us. And she did not do the Dutch reach. If you don't know what the Dutch reach is, look it up and type it in. So, and then this is a blind corner. You can so much value here. This is a blind corner, and I'm staying close to the right. We don't want to hit the building, but I'm expecting a car or a pedestrian. So I take clients through this little tight area, and I'm cheating looking through the gate like a video game. You can't sneak up on me. I'm ranked platinum, baby. Don't mess with me. Almost at Onyx. Only the top 1% of gamers ever get to Onyx. I'm platinum. So I look, and then I'm going to make a left turn in this driveway. And I want to see you really steer and get on the cement. I've had students almost hit this tree because they mixed up the gas and brake. Now I'm going to reverse. I'm going to show you reverse. Okay, so I'm going to put it in reverse, and I put my hand on the seat so it turns my torso. I'm looking right, I'm looking left, and then I turn, and I'm going slow, and I check my backup camera, but don't rely on that. And then I'm going to put it in drive. So now I'm going to show you the inside view of me looking. I'm making a left on this dirt road. You're going to see me looking where I'm going. And if you don't look where you're going to crash. And it's bright, and you're going to see how bright it is. So I'm looking, and I'm going to stay to the middle left because I know there are a lot of dangers here. And you're going to see me look. I'm looking to the right before I even get into my turn. Good drivers look where they're going before they get there. And I'm turning out. So I want to stay in the middle right because people are working, and I'm taking my time. You see the sun in my eyes. So imagine your eyes. You see silhouettes. You see shadows. So I'm going to squeeze my brakes, going really slow, going about 3. He's on the phone. They're putting up a serious roof. I'm just looking left and right, hustling, making that money. We not mad. So I'm taking my time. There are a lot of cars here and people. So I'm going to make a left turn. I tell you early what you're doing. And I want to see you come up and stop. S-T-O-P at this sign. But you can't see to the left. There's a danger. So I'm going to have you move forward. It's called showing the car. Then I'm going to show you what I need you to do. I need you to look left, right, left. And you're going to see me look where I want to go. Now, I'm deliberately looking straight. There's a tree in front of me. I'm going to look straight. Literally, I can't see what I'm doing. I'm looking to the left. Turn your head and look where you want to go. There's a curve. So you're going to see me look to the right. I'm looking where I'm going, and I'm turning my head, looking through the passenger window so you can get that full view. And then I turn out. Now we have pedestrians. There's water to our left. We got the little baby there. The lady will kill me if I even get close, and her husband. No, he won't. I got them both. I got a sense of humor. That's really important, though. So there's a crosswalk. And I'm going to come up and stop. 3 seconds. And then they're here first. He's going to look at me. I'm going to wave him by. No blinker. I gave him the right of way. That's a teachable moment. And he's clear. I'm looking. People get ice cream here. You know, I don't know if they serve alcohol here, but they have a lot of concerts here and art shows, and the little girls on the little scooter. Bro, if she falls, it's a wrap. So I'm staying away from her. Okay, we see a lot of unusual things, so you're getting a good value. So I'm gonna have a complete stop here. There's the car, I'm just gonna wait. I didn't really see her look, so I'm gonna wave them by. I just waved them by because I wasn't sure. No blinker, but I don't want to get hit. Okay, she waved. It's all good. But communicate. I get a question. Who has the right of way? The first car here is the first car to go. I don't know if she was going straight, left, or right. So I stopped because I value my life. I'm trying to teach you to value your life. I'm trying to teach you to have good decisions. We have 4 stop signs here, but we're on our lesson right now. So I'm showing you, I want to have you do these multiple signs. And plus, that third stop sign, the traffic is really heavy, so I'm not going to stress you out. I'm going to have a complete stop. I'm looking left and right. I'm going to show you how I'm looking. Get another angle. Okay, so I look left, I look right, and then you're going to see me looking where I want to go. Now, there's a bar to our right. People are on a happy hour, little hookup. So I'm trying to be that defensive driver and be safe and be consistent. I'm going to make a left turn. Some people will walk out on a green light. So I'm just scanning, I'm looking, and I'm going to go in slow to my turn, watching pedestrians. And I'm cutting perfectly. The car has to be, and people don't know how to park, the car has to be in your lane properly. We do not want to sideswipe a car. A lot of students, if I tell them make a left turn to light, they will make a left turn here because they have a trouble with depth perception. Trouble, T-R-O-U-B-L-E. Turn on my left turn signal, timing. Your instructor should be telling you early what you're doing. So you're getting a lot of good information. I'm going to yield, and I'm going to treat it just like we were doing a driver's ed lesson. I would not have you shoot the gap or cut it short. I'm not going to do that. See that driver with the blinker on? I don't know what they were doing. Waiting. If you're not sure. I think you feel if your driver's ed instructor really did a good job, you can give them a gift card, get a coffee, tip them. People appreciate that. We're all human. Okay, I went to a wider angle. That should definitely be better so you can see more. And this is the vision I need you to have. You can't just focus on the blue car or the Corvette. You got to see everything. You've got to keep your eyes on a swivel, moving and looking all the time. They shot that turn pretty tight. This is why I don't want you past the stop line. So now I took you one of the downtown areas. I'm going to take you on a very busy, congested road, and I'm going to show you some of the common questions and errors that beginners have. So I'm coming up 3/4 of the way up, and I'm going to wait. And now I'm going to take a turn by the double yellow. Some beginners go in the wrong lane. This is the correct turn. No joke. So I want you to really be alert. Just like walking down the hallway at college or in school, and we're scanning, looking ahead. There's a curve up there ahead of us, about slightly turning the wheel and just taking your time. The road goes to the right, then it swings back out to the left. And I take you here deliberately to see you have vehicle control. Plus, it's kind of a relaxing drive. So I turn slowly to the right. I'm looking ahead. And we're not trying to make lights. We're trying to have good speed control. And making lights is a product, I believe, of good speed control. So if you are with me right now, I'm saying, man, you're doing a great job. Great speed control. Keep it up. And cars will shoot out from post offices or industrial areas. So sometimes this might bring on a little bit of anxiety, and I'm trying to tell you, hey, just stay smooth, keep space, just like I'm doing, and just keep it relaxed. I'm going to make a lane change, mirror, turn signal, line spot, and I try to keep you in open lanes so you can see, S-E-E, and we're just scanning, looking ahead, and if you can make your lights just like we are, I'm going to say you're doing a great job. You can barely see the broken white line because in a lot of communities, they don't repaint the lines as often as they need to because the infrastructure is in terrible shape. Speed control's pretty good. See that car turn in front of me at the last second? Dangerous. I got bike riders, so there's the sidewalk provided, so they're riding on the sidewalk. But really, that's dangerous too because you have pedestrians on the sidewalk. Our speed control's pretty decent. We're nice and smooth, looking ahead. Also, next, a lot of beginners chase cars because they want to keep up with the flow, or beginning drivers drive so slow. I'm going to show you what you could do. My foot is off the gas. You're going to see everyone leaving us. And this is what beginning drivers will do. We are 12 under the limit. So when there's a gap this big, cars will just shoot that gap. And that can be dangerous too. And I've seen my clients, my students grip the wheels, start shaking. So I try to tell them, relax, take your time, because I'm here with you too. And I want you to do well. That turn in front of us was okay. Sometimes they turn unexpectedly, and that's the scary part. So our speed control is good. I'm scanning left and right. Good eye movement. And I'm looking ahead. So this car ahead of us, I'm trying to keep, I'm going to take my following distance, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. I'm about 4.5 seconds. This car is going to cut us off because they're moving faster than the flow. Defensive driving skill set. So we have to increase our following distance. And that's okay, but people get very casual and lazy. Get better every day. Use your blinker. Don't drive up on top of people. Leave room as an out, O-U-T, in case someone hits their brakes. A light malfunctions, a pedestrian pops out, a deer pops out. D-E-E-R, not deer in terms of your loved one. So pretty good speed control, being patient, taking my time. Cars are moving quite fast around me because I'm looking, checking mirrors, and my blind spot indicator is flashing, so someone is in my blind spot. Your drive should be predictable. If you're on and off the throttle really hard, you're going to end up being on top of cars. And I'm trying to get you to, what is the driving environment? It's rush hour. It's Friday, 5:38 p.m. So people are tired. They're almost home. And people will pull right out in front of us. So I'm squeezing my brake, taking my time, squeezing it real easy. I'm going to go ahead and get some petrol here. My blinker's on, and I'm going to split it right in half. Take my time, because don't push it to the end. I was pretty much on E, and they do sell E85 here. Some performance enthusiasts put that in, but we're not trying to go race today. We're trying to take our time. So I'm going to park here, align my rear up. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it on. I have the key with me. Okay, I got my petrol. You saw the lady cut through to the right, cutting through fuel pumps, really dangerous. Gasoline here in the United States, and it depends on where you are, is $3.75 a gallon. Many of you are in different places around the world. How much is it per gallon? How much is it per liter? Let me know. So I'm back in the vehicle at a half a tank, so I feel a lot better. Don't wait till the last second. I'm not even going to pretend. So now this gas station, I'm going to show you. I'm going to change something. So it's very stressful for beginning drivers. There's a lot of heavy traffic. Cars won't let us in. People do treat us some type of way when we're in a driver's ed car. So sometimes I tell clients that, sometimes I don't. You've got to go up. It might take 30 seconds. It might take 1 minute. It might take 2 minutes. So most of the time I'm very supportive, and I let my clients, my students, know what they need to do. And if you can execute these type of turns, you're going to be very successful. Okay, you got a wide angle. We're going to pull through the gas station. I'm looking, and I'm going to roll forward really easy, looking left and right. And I see another vehicle coming in. So I'm looking, and then I have to turn hand over hand. If you're not looking where you're going, you're going to hit a sign. And then I turn out. Turn on my right turn signal, and I want to wait. And I'm looking at the person. They let me in. I waved. I'm going right in the nearest lane. It's not this easy. So I just want to let you know that they're from Illinois. So I'm keeping space, and I'm moving forward. And a lot of times students say, why do I keep losing speed? Sometimes students lift their foot off the gas, and I'm going to do that right now, and we're not really moving. In fact, we're losing speed. So I'm going to take you through this really busy area, and gravity will pull us down. So use gravity to help you. This light changes really quick, so we just want to maintain good speed control. In fact, I need to get over one lane to the left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot, and then I'm squeezing my brake. I have to get us over one more lane. This is a double left turn, so I'm going to go to the outside lane for educational purposes. There's a Corvette to our left, so you got to know what type of vehicles. That white truck to the left is past the stop line, so it could be a really small area. Right, I know, and there's a vulnerable road user coming. Almost got hit. It's called a hook. So I could do multiple things. I could try to cut off this Corvette. I don't have anything to prove. If I go too slow, I'm going to get cut off. So I'm going to let them go because they are in the inside angle, and then I'll fall in behind them. Going to see light turning green. I'm going to let them go, and this can be a really dangerous turn because there's a car in my inside lane. And then I'm going to accelerate through the turn, and I'm going to take you around this small loop. And this is a good area to take students kind of in a department store business area. The speed limits are 25. There's a roundabout up here, which is a great development. You need to learn these roundabouts. And there's a lot of curves. So if you don't look straight ahead, or if you don't look where you're going, you're literally going to hit the curb. Pedestrian crossing. And we will be making a right turn at the roundabout. So I want you to use your blinker or your flicker. And I'm going to squeeze my brakes because I'm looking like they did. And they should have used a blinker. They did not. Very confusing. I did look that up. and then I'm going to the right. And this is a very narrow roadway too. So I bring students through here. We're going to make another turn right here. Really challenging. So I want to take you through here. There's a lot of S-curves. I'm going in nice and slow, taking my time. This is a great area for beginners. You get stall parking, angle parking, roundabouts, stop signs, yield signs. This is where your instructor should be thriving. And if your instructor takes you in some areas like this, you're going to learn to become a better driver sooner. Faster, stronger, sooner. So I'm coming up to the edge. There's a crosswalk, and I'm looking left and right. I'm looking, oh, I see a car. It's clear. And I'm going to cut my wheels. This is a very sharp drop. You saw how the car rocked. And then we're going to take our time, and we're just scanning, looking ahead. So you have to be patient. So this is another great area to take students. And then in a moment, I'll have to get in the left turn lane because I'm going to take you into another parking lot. So the road is up ahead of us, around the curve. So I'm literally looking ahead. And then I'm going to turn on my left turn signal, get into the left turn lane, and I'm squeezing my brakes. And I want to see you have a half turn and go up really easy. Thank you for the thumbs up. Really easy until it's very bumpy here. And now we got a stop sign. This is a partially controlled intersection. Most people below the stop sign. If your road tester took you here, you would fail. Complete stop. And then I'm going to roll forward. Got my blinker on. And I'm going to have you make a left. So I want to see you turn hand over hand. You see the arrows. Remember, we're in America. We drive on the right. I'm going to have you go straight down. And I'm scanning. A lot of people will just park randomly. And I'm scanning left and right because this is an uncontrolled intersection. I'm looking because a trailer or something could be hiding there. Turn on my right turn signal. There's a pedestrian. He's looking, so I'm gonna let him walk by. People appreciate that. And then I'm turning out. This is another great area to take clients. You have stall parking, angle parking. So I'm just scanning, looking left and right. Being patient. Turn on my blinker, and I'm looking where I'm going, and I turn out. Don't park by baskets. Your car will get hit. Make a left turn here, and I want you in between the lines. I walk it like I talk it. I parallel park for you. I turn out. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. There's a lot, and it's really bright. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of moving parts, but I took you on a downtown drive. I took you and showed you right turns, left turns. I had us park. I took you on curvy roads. Your instructor should be guiding you through the whole process, supporting you, helping you, educating you. If this brought you value, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I will be going live later. Thank you guys and ladies and my brothers and sisters around the world. Bye.